What's up, everybody? Today, I'm super excited to announce my guest. He's a Coastal Carolina defensive end, a native of Durham, North Carolina, and an all-conference player, Jeffrey Gunter. How's it going, my guy?
Good, man. Thank you for having me.
So tell us a little bit about your hometown of Durham, North Carolina, and what makes it so unique.
I've never been asked this question before, but Durham's a smaller town. I don't want to say small. It's a pretty medium-sized place, but it's just got some great, hardworking people in it, man. And I feel like you can't get a Durham vibe anywhere else. Like Durham is just really a place true to my heart, and I love to say that I'm from here. So yeah, sir.
Yeah, for sure. I feel the same way about my hometown. I'm wearing that area code right now. But tell us about your recruiting process and how you ended up at Coastal Carolina, NC State, and then back at Coastal.
Hey, I've had a pretty interesting recruiting process. But out of high school, man, I was just a really undersized kid. Like I played defensive end at like 185 pounds. So it wasn't a lot of schools that wanted to take a chance on a small town kid that was skinny.
Yeah.
But Coastal ended up doing that, and I thank them every day for it. And when I got to Coastal, I blew up to like 250 in my first year. Was able to get some playing time. And my sophomore year, I really took off and was able to get first team all conference. Then after that, I had some family problems at home. Like my mom was going through a really, really ugly divorce. And it was getting pretty bad. I'm not going to go into specifics, but I just felt like it was better for me to come home at the time. Doing so, I transferred to North Carolina State. And things just didn't work out there. Wasn't a good fit between me and the coaches. So we mutually decided, it would be better for us if I left the program. And I had other options. Like I could have went to a P5 school after I left state, but my family is at Coastal. You know what I'm saying? The guys that I was there with for 2 years, they're like my brothers. So it was no other question that I was coming back when I got the opportunity.
So was NC State closer to Durham? Is that why you chose to go there?
It is. NC State is like 15 minutes from the house I grew up.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. See, people don't understand that about you, right? Like whenever I was doing research, like there's just a bunch of haters, bro. And I'm like, why are you hating on my man's decisions though? Like
that's what I'm saying, man. Like nobody ever asked me, like, yo, what made you do that? I just wanted to go home, like support my family. But it's all good, bro. Like if anybody ever wants to have a conversation with me, I'll be down to. But it is what it is.
Yeah, that's my main motivation, right, for doing podcasting in the first place. I want athletes to be able to tell their stories unfiltered and just get it out there so that people understand and all of that. But you spent your first 2 years at Coastal. I just kind of mentioned that. And then I can kind of just skip this question. But basically, the question overall was just kind of like, do you regret going to NC State and losing that, having to sit out that 1 year? Or like, was it really just helpful for you and your family at the time to really just kind of take that year off, help your mom out, all that good stuff?
I think the biggest thing with this year at NC State, of course, I would have loved to play, but I think I learned so much about myself, about my family, and about my athletic ability, honestly, that I think it was worth it. Like, people ask me all the time, do you regret it? And I'm like, not at all, because I met some great people, and I got some friends that I'll keep for the rest of my life. So I think it was a good decision. But
right, yeah, for sure. Yeah, if anything, you got bigger, stronger, faster, and you still got 2 more years of eligibility. So,
absolutely.
You know what I mean? So coming into 2020, I'm going to list some stats off. They're pretty crazy. As a defensive end who really, you didn't really blow up until your sophomore year. So really this is like kind of 1 year stats, like 75 tackles, 17 and a half tackles for a loss, 5 sacks. You're definitely one of the most underrated defensive ends in college football. If you have another great season this upcoming year, are you leaning towards the NFL or are you coming back for another year?
That's difficult. I try not to look that far ahead, but like you said, I feel like I am pretty underrated. So it might take another year after this one if I do have a good year. But depending on how I feel this time next year, man, I could be going into somebody's camp.
Yeah, for sure. I feel it too because, my guy, like the DN market ain't too hot next year. And in my eyes, you one of the best out here. So
I appreciate that. Thank you.
I've talked to several guys, and I'm just saying, like, you're the real deal.
Thank you.
But the NCAA, as you obviously know, is currently in the works of like allowing college athletes to make money off themselves and profit a little bit. Are you excited about that? And will that play a part in whether you return for your final senior season or not?
I actually think that's a great idea. Like, absolutely. I feel like Wonderful idea. And the NCAA is finally doing this right by allowing us to make money off our images. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But as far as me, I don't think it'll play a huge decision. I just think, and my dream has always been to go to the NFL. So I'm not going to, jeopardize that to go make a little bit of a change. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
So if the market's good, you're gone, is what you're saying. Like
Pretty
if you put in your little form or whatever you guys have to do, and then it comes back, like what rounds you looking to go in roughly, and then like if it's like past like a certain round, would you decide to stay? You know what I'm saying? Like if it was like maybe past like round 5, like would you opt to come back a senior year or something?
If I have the season I think I'm going to have, I shouldn't be anywhere near the 5th round.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Yeah.
But if I got anywhere above 4th round grade, I think I'll go.
All right. That's what's up. First round pick though. We don't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
Why do you wear the number 94, and who do you try to model your game after in the NFL?
Man, number 94. When I got to college, I said I didn't want to get like a number everybody had. You know what I'm saying? I wanted a number that was unique to myself, and I wanted to make it nice. And they just happened to give me 94, so I said I'm gonna make this my own.
Yes, sir.
But as far as who do I model my game after, I watch a lot of pass rush tape. Jared Allen's one of the guys I look at a lot. Marcus Davenport.
Who that?
Khalil. Yeah, that guy. Khalil Mack. He's one of my favorites. Cameron Jordan too, but he's just a freak of nature. I don't know if I can pull off a lot of his stuff. But it's a few guys I'm out of my game after, man. I just try to study as much film as I can. I really love this game. I'm a student of it. So, yeah.
Yeah, looking at your highlights, I get a lot of like Yannick Ngakoue type of vibes. But, you just a menacing D end over there. So that's what's up. How are you staying in shape and working out during the COVID-19 pandemic?
Man, it's been difficult, but I'm trying everything I can, man. I'll go outside and just work every day. It's a group of guys. We get together and we just do as much as we can to stay in shape, man. I hope this quarantine ends so I can get back down to the beach and work out with my brothers. But as for right now, I'm up in Durham, North Carolina, just finding anything I can.
I feel you. What you doing to like stay occupied and just kind of keep your vibes at an all-time high?
A whole lot of Call of Duty.
I feel it.
A whole lot of Call of Duty.
I've been out here running some Fortnite and Madden and all that, so I feel it, bro.
Yeah. See, Madden makes me mad because it's too glitchy.
Yeah, it really is.
I play football, so it's like, that would never happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like they just be like some random ass forced fumbles. Like, what the hell?
Like, bro, have you ever played Jamal Adams like against him? Any hit he makes is a fumble.
Bro, I just threw 4 picks to that safety on the Broncos, bro. Justin Simmons. I threw 4 picks to him yesterday, bro, and I'm like, this ain't even realistic. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like the power ups on Madden are ridiculous.
They're insane. And then like dudes just dropping like flies too. Like if you play with injuries on, like I got Alvin Kamara every other carry just going down, bro. It's whack.
That's what I'm saying, man. Madden has to fix that. But
2K glitchy too, bro. Everything glitching out.
It is. 2K is kind of glitchy, and they hoarding for VC too. So I can't hop on 2K. But that Warzone, the new Warzone thing is fire, bro. I love that.
That's what's up. You gonna become a Twitch streamer real quick since you can make money off your likeness now?
I don't know if I'm entertaining enough for that. I'm not too, man. I'm gonna leave all that stuff to you.
Hey, you entertaining, bro. You got this. But who's on your pregame playlist? Like who you bump to pregame?
He actually just dropped the album Future. He's my main guy. I like everybody over there in YSL, like Gunner, Young Thug, Lil Baby. Da Baby is my guy right now.
Yes, sir.
Anything he drops, I'm on it. He North Carolina dude too. So.
New album's kind of weak though, bro. You got a couple, but
I think he's just dropping too much music at this point.
He's just trying to drop music at a time of need. Really, I feel it. Smart strategy, but I feel like he could have done a little bit better for us.
He's trying to change up the flow. Like people getting on him on Twitter and everything. But
it's all good. It's a vibe still. Hype your ass up real fast. Who's the best player you've ever played with and played against?
The best player I've ever played with.
Even back to high school days, anytime. Give me a couple if you want.
Best player I've ever played with was probably at State, Joshua Fed Jackson. The guard. He's supposed to come out this year, next year. I don't really know what he's doing, but he the strongest hands I've ever seen in my life. Like if he grabs you, you're not moving.
Yeah.
And the best player I've ever like played against. That's a tough one. I think Robert Hunt from Louisiana Lafayette. He just got picked up in the second round. It's tough.
Yeah, that's what's up.
It's pretty tough.
Who's your biggest inspiration?
My mother and my grandmother, those two people. Yeah, my mother pretty much raised me by herself, so everything I do is for her, man. And my grandma's my best friend, so I just try to go out and do it the best I can for them.
Same here, my guy. One last question. You have any advice for the young athletes out there trying to chase their dreams of getting to that Division I level, just balling out at a high level, and then hopefully, transitioning to the NFL?
The biggest thing I tell anybody, man, just surround yourself with people that are willing to push you on your goal and keep your head down and work, bro. Like, don't listen to what anybody else is saying. Don't listen to, you know what I'm saying? Don't listen to anybody that's negative. You feel me? Just keep your head down, work, and eventually it'll spring open for you, bro. At the end of the day, man, like, we're going to see who's putting in more work. And if that's you, it'll pay off in the end.
Yeah, for sure. I appreciate you coming on today. I'm going to definitely be tuned for hopefully this next year and not have to wait 2 years to see your ass get picked. But we definitely got to do a follow-up interview sometime during the season and whatnot. But yeah, appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man, anytime, man. I love talking, bro. You cool, so anytime.
Bet. Appreciate it. All right, my guy. Have a good one.
All right, you too.